Alrighty. So I always like to start class. I don't always start class with like a nugget of information, but I try. Um, and it can be different every week. But this week, I had shared in my group that I let go. It's good to let go. It's just a lesson we learn in yoga. And one thing that I let go when I went to that retreat as a student a couple weeks ago is I let go of perfection because it was literally a life sucker. It's taking too much time to constantly prepare for an event, or clean, clean, clean because somebody's coming over, or get the perfect playlist for the yoga class, and that takes like, you look up and you're like, oh crap, I spent an hour like just making a playlist. It really doesn't matter. We just got to show up. So with that being said, I let go of perfectionism, but today I'm going to read to you about perfectionism and how it relates to our friendships. I love this book. If you have a BFF, this book is like the sweetest, and my mom gave it to me. And there's the sweetest note. She gave it to me at my first retreat. And the sweetest note in it. So it's special to me anyways. Okay, so it says, opening the door. If I wait for my life to be perfect before inviting you into it, I might never let you come through the door. Hospitality is not about inviting people into your perfect home. It's all about inviting people into your imperfect hearts. I sometimes feel vulnerable when you step over the threshold and pick your way in between the layers of chaos that say, we live here and we're not perfect. I still prefer the days when you drop by when candles are lit and carpets are vacuumed. But if I believe what I say about friendship, then that includes the messy days too. The ones where I've been too tired to catch up on much of anything. It includes welcoming you into the nooks and crannies of my ordinary and remembering not to be ashamed. Remembering that to become real, friendship more often than not requires becoming comfortable with the snapshots of life often taken at an unflattering angle. So I will open my front door to your friendship in spite of my mess and insecurities because I want you here. Whether I'm perfectly ready or not, I want you just the way you are, which will likely mean most days I must open the door just the way I am. So I think that's super beautiful, and it goes kind of with my intention of letting go. And I don't know if that is something that resonates with you, but I bet some way that will touch your heart and inspire you to do something a little bit different today and throughout the weekend, and maybe even further beyond that. So we'll start our class here in the seated posture. If your hips are really tight, you can just touch toes, okay, and allow your hips to drop open. And if this is still like hurting your low back, straighten your legs out in front of you, and that's totally fine as well. Be truthful to your body and its needs and where you need to settle. Let's just go ahead, take our hands out to our knees. I'll share a new mudra with you guys. So it's thumb to pinky finger and your 3 fingers extended out. So this mudra is for balancing the water in your body. So kind of like dehydration, any tummy issues. This is a really good mudra for that. So go ahead, take your shoulders up, back, and down, and drop your eyes. And we're going to just begin to take notice of our breath. As you notice your breath, is it slow or fast this morning? Are you able to lengthen? Go ahead and take a big full inhale and then exhale it out. So we're breathing through the nostrils. This is the most detoxifying way to breathe. Your nose acts as a filter for germs. So just breathe in, let your breath warm your body. So when our bodies are nice and warm, we don't have as much of a risk for injury. we stay a little more safe in our practice and our workouts. So just breathe deep and let the air just warm you internally. Maybe bring an intention to mind if you'd like to, big or small, whatever you're ready to chew off today. Good. Let's take about 2 more rounds of breath, and then we'll start our asana, our flow, our moves today. See if you can make this last breath super long, all the way to the tippy top. Exhale and let everything go. Empty the lungs. Good job. Let's open the eyes. We're going to swing our legs back and around behind us. We'll find all fours to begin. So we're going to match breath to posture. And we'll heat up rather quickly. So just place your wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and allow your neck to be neutral with your spine. So try not to look up or down. And then we're going to drop the belly towards the mat. Let the hips rise up. Take a gaze and a breath in. Now exhale, round the back just like a scared cat. Arch your back really tall. And repeat that cycle. Inhale, head and tailbone to the sky. Breath in. Exhale it out, round the back. One more just like this. And then I want you to stay in your cat pose, so nice arched back. And now just take your hips from side to side, or your shoulders. Just kind of move your body, kind of just like cat and cow, but from side to side. Get into the obliques, the low back. And then we'll come back to center and we'll hold there. Beautiful job. So just like we did last week, spinal stability, we're gonna extend our left leg, my left leg. I don't know if you're mirroring me or staying the same. Either way, go ahead and take that one leg back. And since we are trying to energize our bodies this morning, I want y'all to go ahead and just bend the knee, and we're gonna take a couple pulses up to the sky. So go ahead, breathe in, drop it back down. Inhale, breathe it up. Exhale it back center. Let's do about 3 more just like that. Really press up, squeeze the glute, drop it down, hip height. 2 more left. Drop it. Last one. Then I want you to stay at hip height. We're going to extend the leg long. So breath in, lengthen, and then breath out. Bring it back. Inhale out. Exhale, tighten and flex. So you're kind of tightening in both postures, really squeezing the muscles, core is tight. We got 2 more. Anybody starting to burn a little bit? Hopefully you are. Good. Let's just take it right back down to the mat, and we're gonna hit that other side. So utilizing our breath, inhale up to the sky, bent knee, flexed foot, exhale it down, hip height. Inhale, breath in. Exhale it flat. 3 more. Really squeeze. Get the most you can out of every single move. Inhale, lift. Exhale it down. Last one, best one. Good job. Now we're going to extend it out straight. Breath in. Squeeze it back. Here's 4. Squeeze. 3 more. Good job, y'all. Last 2 right here. Good. We'll all meet with both knees down on the mat. Excellent work. Go ahead, come up. And we're gonna just take one leg out in front of us. And then you can start to work your way down into your lunge. So get your balance, and if it's okay with your body, take your knee a little further. So just lift up and kind of scoot it back there. Good. So we're gonna begin to open the hips here in our lunge. Track the hips forward. Go ahead, grab onto the knee and open to the side of the foot. Sometimes it feels really good to kind of like do a little circle, like get some movement in the hip, and then reverse it. Kind of go back the other way, Excellent work. We're gonna hug the leg to the back of the mat. So go ahead, come center, and then take it back. Oh, that's tight. Anybody else? Woo. And then the real challenge comes when you lift the toes up. What a difference that makes. So now sink the hips super low. Lengthen through the spine. Your head is tracking towards the toes. Good job. Macy and I were talking after class last week. Go ahead, come forward. And we were talking about strength training and how much like yoga increases your range of motion. So if you're working out in the gym and you're doing like a bicep curl, it's not short anymore. Now it's long because you have that stretch, that ability to get a little more out of your workouts. All right, let's step it back into plank pose. So come off the back leg, send that leg to the back, and we're slowly gonna work that other one to the front. Good. When you're ready, go ahead, drop the toe and knee in the back. We're gonna let the hips track towards the front of the mat. I spend a lot of time on hips. I hope that is okay with y'all. That is just seriously where I hold so much tension. Anybody else? Like every time I do a lunge, it's there. All right, let's open it up to the side of the foot. So for some people, a lot of men, it's their upper body. So they'll hold a lot of tension in their back or their shoulders. I have it there too sometimes. But the hips seem to be the issue for me for sure. Come back center, take it back. When I had a trainer, he used to make me sit in like pigeon or even frog for like 3 minutes. And that was a strength trainer. He told me of the such importance of stretching our muscles. Go ahead, flex the toes, sink the hips. Awesome job, you guys. Come on forward. And then we're gonna lift the toe and knee in the back, step it back into plank pose. We're gonna hold and let some heat get created here. Beautiful. So if it's okay with you guys, we're gonna flow, doing side plank from side to side. Remember, your option here is to drop the knees. You do not have to be up on your toes. So everything that we're about to do, you can do them with both knees down on the ground. All right, so we're gonna just take it up, lift, stack your feet, and then lift up. So you can have one knee down, or you can have both knees. Now exhale it back down flat. I'm gonna show y'all what modified looks like after this one. Lift the arms and come back. So if your knees are on the ground, you're just shifting your weight over and up, and then you're just rolling on those knees and over. So you get to pick toes or knees, just flowing here with breath. We've got just a few more. Let's do one more on each side. Make sure your breath is engaged. So we're gonna inhale, lift it up, and then exhale it back down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale it back down. Beautiful job. We'll all meet in center, and I want everybody to drop down knees. Perfect. Turn your thumbs to where they're pointing up, and we're gonna do just 4 slow half push-ups. So come halfway and push away. Halfway, inhale. Exhale, push it. 2 left. Inhale. Push away. I promise I'm giving you a break. Inhale and push away. Perfect. Rest in child's pose. Both knees are touching, and we're gonna thread one arm through. Rest on the side of your face. So I wanna just check everybody's alignment out. See if you can take that shoulder across, and then when you do, really push your arm away from you. Yep, you got it. Rest on that shoulder, and hopefully you get a little bit of a shoulder stretch. And then your hips are really close to your heels and your chest is tracking closer to the ground. You can be on the side of your face or your forehead. Great job, guys. Go ahead, come back, center, and then you can slowly make your way into the other side. Find rest on the side of your face or forehead. Beautiful. We're just threading that arm away from us. Good. All right, take it back, center. So in active child's pose here, our elbows are off the mat. We're gonna go ahead, tuck the toes right underneath us. And just stay here, really walking the fingers away from you and kind of like digging into the ground, getting that underarm stretch. Then I want you to go ahead, drop your elbows down. So we're gonna do dolphin pose. Get nice and grounded, like grip the ground, and then we're gonna lift our hips to the sky. So it's just like downward facing, except our forearms are on the mat. Allow your head to drop out. Push your calves close to the mat. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, lengthen. Breath in. Exhale, hips tall. Beautiful. Now can you walk it into a plank on your forearms? So just kind of inch your body to where you're down. Good. We're gonna come up to high plank. You can have one knee or both down if you need to. And then we're gonna push it into downward facing. Excellent work, guys. Let's float one leg to the sky. You get to pick. Breath in. Go ahead, bend the knee, flex the foot, get a nice big hip opener. Feel free to like circle or just hold, whatever feels best to you. Push into that. Good. Go ahead, send it back out tall and slowly put it down. Other side, breath in, lift the leg, flex the foot. Nice big hip opener. Option to circle or just hold. Good. Send it tall and exhale it down. Let's walk our hands and feet together for our first forward fold. Just allow your body rest here. You can flip to where the tops of your hands are just resting on the ground. If you can't quite reach, just grab onto the calf muscles. Gently start to pull yourself closer to your legs. All right, so you can have a slight bend in your knees. It's okay to have that there. And when you're ready, you can push straighter and straighter, and you can get closer and closer. All right, so we're gonna come into standing splits. If you need to take a half lift, now's a good time. So come up, kind of readjust, let the blood come up a little bit. Good, plant the hands back down. So we want flat palms. If you need to, walk them away from you, but I want them as close to your body as you can get them while being flat. Let's float one leg to the sky. Check in at hip height. And if that's okay, go ahead, lift it a little higher, get your body a little closer to that base leg. Deep stretch, you'll feel it all along the back of your leg. Mine is intense. All right, so from here, let's come up on the fingertips and we're gonna lift our back so it makes a tabletop. I want to teach y'all how to come into half moon, but you can stay here and you can just breathe, lifting and lowering an arm. Breathe in, exhale down. And then when you're ready, hold that arm up there. Oop, if you're on a heel, be careful. And then you can start to lift off, open your heart. So half moon here. Remember, your option is just standing splits if you're not quite ready, and you can float the arm or a leg. Go ahead, come into the standing split. Drop your leg down. And just kind of bend your legs, shake it all out, side to side. We're gonna hit the next one, and then we're gonna stand tall. So go ahead, come to hip height with that other leg, standing splits. Breath in and out. Remember, we're practicing non-judgment. If you're not nailing everything perfectly, you showed up, you're trying, and that is getting you one step closer to your goal. Come up to the fingertips. Center that hand a little bit closer in front of the foot so that you can begin to lift off and lower with breath. So breath in, breath out. If you can, hold it up there. And if you can extend it to the sky, go for that. Pick your level, hold and breathe. Good. If you fall out, the best way to fall out is just come right back in that standing split. We'll meet there. And we'll float that back leg all the way down. I want you to just come up a few inches. So just to where your hands are about 3 to 4 inches away from the mat. Just reach for it. Kind of round the back like a cat again. You can grab one wrist and pull. And pull the other way. Jennifer, does that feel good to your low back? Me too. I knew you had the same kind of low back stuff that I have going on. A lot of tightness in one side.
Yeah.
So find that one side that is tight and hold and give a little bit more attention there. All right, let's roll it all the way up. Perfect job, you guys. All right, I'm just checking in on time. I want to be mindful and not go over. All right, y'all ready to flow just a little? All right. I'm feeling, let's do a bind today. So it's strengthening, but it's stretching at the same time. So that'll be kind of like our big posture for today. If you have a towel, it might be a good idea to have it. If not, it's not a big deal. I don't have one either. All right, so let's find crescent warrior. So both toes are facing the front. Arms are extended up. Beautiful. Let's breathe through this. Feel free to open or close the eyes. It's totally your option. But I just want you to focus on breath. Still lightning over there. Did y'all see it?
Yes, I saw it on the way here and I was like,
It's still just lightning. I think it's far though. All right, let's open. Is it far? Yeah, I didn't think so either. Open into warrior two. All right, so I want to cue perfect alignment for your warrior two. So if we drew a line from your front heel, it would intersect the middle of your back foot. This is what happens. This is the biggest no-no. This happens. So we have to mindfully press it back, open the hips, suck the belly button in. Good, shoulders down. Now let's rest on our thigh. So put your palm right there, palm up. Now scoop this arm over and around. And what I want you to do is face your palm to the back so that your pinky is pointing down. What happens there is it opens your shoulders because you were collapsing by reaching this way. But when you turn it, you can open, you feel it. So I'm going to teach bind if you want to go for it. There's levels, so stop where it gets a little bit challenging. So first level, we're going to touch the hand down to the mat. Second level, reach up, back, and around behind you so that the back of your palm is touching your low back. If you can, touch the top of your thigh with that top arm. Now come down to a fist with that bottom hand. Open your chest. Now next level is the hardest. You're going to get your elbow up under your knee and reach back to connect the hands. So get your elbow down, reach under and around, and then open. So you could be dropping a towel down from the top hand. Now you got to open your chest. Breathe here. Excellent. Just frame the foot. Slowly turn, and then you can half your stance into a pyramid. Shake that out. Just a little up and down with your pyramid. Perfect job, guys. Step it into a forward fold, and we'll roll it up nice and slow. Pretty deep stretch for the hip. Did anybody get their bind? No? It's okay.
Did I?
Yeah, because I was standing up, so I could see.
It's better than I used to be.
If you'll have a towel, try it this time, dropping it down and then you can connect your hands to the towel. So you don't have to be fingers. You can have a towel and drop it down. All right, so we'll come into that crescent lunge on the other side. Who feels it in that hip already? Oh yeah. It's amazing how stretching can have the same effects as strength. I mean, you are like holding. It takes all that strength to hold those postures. Good job. Extend arms up. Sink it down low. Beautiful. So both of your toes are still forward. Good. We're getting all into the front of that hip flexor. Now let's open it into our warrior two. So we lengthen, get a little more stance. Grow a little bit longer. Do your check-in. Make sure that your alignment is great. Breathe. Big breath in. Exhale, settle. Hand on the thigh, palm up. Scoop the top arm over, pinky down, facing the back. Open your shoulders. You can stay right here. This is good. This is working. If you're ready, you can reach top arm back behind you. Try to touch the top of your thigh. And then you can drop that bottom hand down to the mat. Check in here. Open your chest. Allow your hip to get acclimated. Then come to your fist. And then if it's available, start to reach back and around behind you. So you could have a towel in the top hand, dropping it down for that connection. Good. Hold and breathe. Open your hip. Use your core. It's got to lift up. Beautiful. Undo, frame the foot, and slowly find your way into a pyramid so that you can release that out. Move your body from side to side if you need to. All the movement is very welcome as long as you're working towards your goal, towards your intention. Step it into a forward fold, and we're slowly going to lift it all the way up. Good stuff. All right. From here, let's find one little standing balance. Then we'll take it to the ground and we'll finish off there. So you can come, make sure you have a flat spot. You'll see I have like an acorn or something right there. Don't step on that. Then you're gonna get a little cramp in like the arch of your foot. All right, I think I'm gonna step back a little further. All right, mountain pose, toes touching, a little space between the heels. I want us to take this opportunity to close our eyes. Recapture the breath, reconnect with your intention. You get to decide what today looks like. Take this opportunity to fill up with gratitude for this class, for each other, for our abilities to move and breathe. And let's open the eyes, and we're going to just come into a little knee lift. So extend your arms up. Then we're going to lift one knee. Good. See if you can come across and down, and then we're going to settle. So come to wherever you feel comfortable, and if this becomes really hard, I want you to just set it down. And then you can start to work on lowering. Okay? So either way, you are still working very, very hard, whether it's connected at the leg or the ground. So sink in, breathe here. Beautiful job. Let's come back up, knee lifts, arms go up, and we just float everything right back down. Good. Let's try it on the other side. So get nice and grounded, spread your toes out. Suck the belly button in, find your breath. Let's inhale, reach up, lift that other knee. So flex the foot right here, just balancing right here is perfect. If you're ready, take it over, settle in, and remember your option is to come down to the ground. Beautiful. If anybody wants to reach down, adjust, you can, and then sink a little lower. Find that focal point, something in front of you that's not moving. Breathe it out. Now we're gonna lift the arms, lift the knee, breath in, and release it all down. Beautiful. We're gonna do a little half sun salutation just to get us down to the ground. So let's breathe in, reach up. Exhale it down, forward fold. Touch your toes. Take a half lift, inhale. So lengthen through the crown, push your hips back, and then we're just gonna walk it into a plank. So just find your way down there nice and slow, and then we're all gonna drop our knees, and we're gonna just slowly come into that push-up all the way down to the ground. So nice and slow, breathe here, touch your chin and chest, and then push your hips down. Good. Perfect. So go ahead, take your arms out in front of you. Take the tops of your feet and press them into the mat. You can be ankle connected or hip distance. Either way is fine. We're gonna do, in training, y'all know of them as Supermans. It's basically locust with our arms out in yoga. So we're gonna lift and squeeze everything up. Now squeeze your arms back. Back forward and let it down. Again, lift it up. Squeeze it back, forward, and exhale down. If you want, you can just do arms or legs. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, squeeze it. Inhale, forward. Let it down. One more. Lift it, inhale. Exhale it back. Forward, inhale, and set it down. Rest. Any resting posture that feels good to you, just let your muscles go. Take a big breath in. Inhale, strength. Exhale, weakness. Inhale, strength. Exhale, weakness. If your head is turned, go ahead, turn it the other way, and take 2 more deep breaths here. Last breath. Excellent work, guys. We're gonna slowly flip over onto our backs, and we're gonna come into bridge pose. So we're gonna use our legs and our core to just strengthen a little bit here, and then we'll do a stretch after that, and then we'll find rest. So what you want to do is plant your feet into the earth. The knees are up. Go ahead, place your hands, palms down into the ground right beside your hips. So we're going to push into the ground with our hands, and we're going to lift our hips to the sky for bridge pose. Beautiful. So let your weight come all the way into the shoulders. Allow your chin to drop down to your heart. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Now, if you can, I want you to try and work your arms underneath you and interlock your fingers right down at the bottom of the mat. So your pinkies are still touching the mat. Good. Hold and breathe. Your greatest expansion here. If you want to check in, you can put your hands right at your glutes and see if you can get a little higher. And then you can interlock again. So it's a little check-in, like how high can my body go? Breathe here. Squeeze for about 3 more seconds. 3, 2, we're gonna slowly unlock the fingers and press each vertebrae into the mat. When you get there, go ahead, hug your knees into your chest. Big hug. Lift the shoulders off the ground. And then lay back down and just rock from side to side if you'd like to, or you can just hold. Whatever feels best. Beautiful. We're going to do one last strength, and then we're going to stretch everything out and relax. So go ahead and take your legs down to the ground. So we're going to work on the inner thigh here. I want you to just take your hands right to your temples. All right. And so we're going to take one leg out to the side. Lift it. So it's just out to the diagonal. And I want you to turn your heel up to the sky. So you were just like this, and now you're scooping your heel up. Do you feel the inner thigh engaged? All right. So I want you to come up into crunch position. And we're going to just do some pulses here. So lift. Make sure you're breathing. We're working the inner thigh here. Just about 3 more. 3, 2, and hold it up top. Hold, hold, hold. And lower it down. Beautiful job. Let everything go. Relax your arms. I want you to take your knees up to the sky and just windshield wiper side to side. Shake it out. We're almost there. Beautiful job this morning. Working, resting, strengthening, and stretching. All right, back center everybody. Knees are high. And we're going to just let them go all the way to the bottom of the mat. Make connection to our temples. Elbows are out. Go ahead, come into your crunch position. Allow that leg to come out to the diagonal. Heel is turned up so that we engage the inner thigh, and we're going to lift. Lift and lower. Nice and slow. Sometimes people think going fast is harder. It's the opposite, right? Going slow right here utilizes more of your strength. You've got to hold it up there. Let's go for 3, 2, hold it up top. Squeeze, squeeze. And let it all go. Beautiful job. We're going to hug one knee into the chest. Use the leg that was not working. Just pull it in tight. Maybe move it from side to side. Feels really good to just kind of get a little bit of motion in there. And then we're going to straighten this leg all the way up. Now I want you to check in. You can hold right underneath your knee or at your calf muscle, but not in the joint itself. Flex your foot and then point it. Which one is easier or harder? I think flexing is definitely harder. So when you get the flex, pull it closer. Now point it. Flex it, see if you can get a little more. Oh, it's shaking, it's shaking. Shaking is good, y'all. All right, slowly set that one down. Let's stretch the other side. Knee to the chest, get into your hip. See if circling or moving side to side helps you, or if just holding is where it's at for you. Maybe flex the foot even right here. Let's straighten. Toe is pointed. We're holding at our calf muscle or underneath the knee. Now flex. Ooh. Point and pull closer. Flex. Oh yes, everything's working. And slowly let that go. Good job, y'all. So we're gonna end with a twist and then happy baby, and then we'll rest for just a few moments. Allow the recharge. So however you would like to twist, my favorite is coming into crisscross. So I crisscross my legs. I open my arms into a T, and then I come over to the side. See if that's gonna work for you. If not, you can just stack your knees one on top of the other. Now check in with your body and see if you can flatten your shoulders on the ground. That's really more important than your legs actually touching down. They can be hanging in the air, it's totally fine. Breath in. On the exhale, see if you can look away from the legs. See if you can pull your knees up a little higher. Big breath in and out. Excellent work, guys. Let's come back to center. We'll switch sides, crisscross, and slowly allow the knees to drop down, either stacked or crossed. Feels so good. Shoulders on the mat. Breathing here. Look away from the legs. That'll help intensify the stretch just a little. You guys did amazing. Come back. If you'd like to find Happy Baby before you move into your corpse pose, feel free to just grab on, hook in with your 2-piece fingers, lock down, and then place your thumb on top. So the knees are tracking towards the underarms, just like a happy baby. And then we want to just rock. Make sure there's nothing underneath you. Your shirt is not in like a tie. Nice flat surface to rock back and forth, or you can just hold. At this time, you can find corpse pose. Feel free to incorporate essential oils if you have them and want to utilize them. If not, then we're going to just fully relax for the next 2 minutes. We're going to let our body recharge. Let it soak in the fruits of your labor. Let your breath go. Let your thoughts go. Amazing what happens when we allow true quiet time, true stillness. Notice if your body is holding any tightness. Can you let go of your ankles? Can you rest fully into the mat, your low back supported and your calves? Your wrists and your fingers are just dangling nice and loose. Your shoulders are out wide and down so that your heart is spread open. Your head is away from your body and relaxed. Your jaw is not tight, loose and unclenched. And take this moment to check in. I want you to fully realize the potential of a relaxed state, what that feels like. And know that it's available to you 24/7. You just have to do the work to get here. Slowly begin to just wiggle the toes and the fingers. Bringing awareness back to your body, we'll go ahead and lift our knees to the sky and just sway from side to side, kind of just encouraging it to just wake up again. We need those little breaks, little opportunities to breathe and stretch and relax. Let's come back center. We're gonna just push ourselves over to the side. And when you get there, you can slowly begin to just push yourself up. No rush whatsoever. We're gonna take our legs out in front of us, staff pose. Beautiful job today. I love that we're here for the sunrise. It's so beautiful. Just soak it all in. Take your hands out in front of you. Just have them out open in a receiving posture. Close your eyes down. Let's take a big breath in together. And release everything out. I want you to just take your hands to your heart while your eyes are closed. Bow your head. We're going to stay right here. I want you to take this next 20 or 30 seconds to yourself. An opportunity to say a prayer, repeat an affirmation or your mantra, your favorite Bible verse. I want you to just take your hands down to your thighs, walk it out into a forward fold. Remember, this is our most nurturing posture in yoga. It brings on calmness and relaxation. And to yourself, I just want you to say the word thank you. Maybe repeat it just a few times. Stretch really long and deep. Maybe move from side to side. And we're just going to roll it all up. We're going to take our hands up to the third eye, the eye of wisdom. Let's all bow and say namaste. Beautiful job today, guys. Thank y'all so much. I hope you feel amazing, and Macy can make you something awesome inside. I think I'm going to come in and try something. There we go. I didn't get to last time. I was in a hurry. I was like flying out of here, but it ended up being good. Is this time good for everybody? We're good? Okay. Do you have to get out of here like right at 6:30? Okay. I just wanted to
I
check.
work from home, so I clock in from my phone.
Oh, you're so good. That's so
Like,
good.
hey, I don't know.
That's so good. Once school starts, my challenge will just be getting home to get Elin ready. But she's so good this year. Like, she gets herself ready. It's easy. She's 8. So she's just like doing her thing. As what?
Tell my 10-year-old to take notes.
Oh, yeah. Elin loves to get ready. She makes her bed.
Oh.
She gets up in the morning. She puts her little lights on and she makes her bed. She likes it all. Like,
Better than me.
yeah. She's so like particular. She rolls her bed out at night, like to where she only like sleeps in one little spot. So she just puts her covers up, puts her pillows back. She is good. I have to give her huge props because I was not like that at that age.
I still don't make my bed. Normally because somebody's always in it.
Yes, between all your kids, somebody's in there. Have a good day.